The world is a scary place where danger lurks around every corner. These are the incredible, true-life stories of people who face their most desperate hour and live to tell about it. Tonight, a stealth bomber falls out of the sky and crashes into a backyard picnic. Plus, 2 young girls have fallen through the ice. Can anyone save them? Then, it's high drama when a hot air balloon explodes against a high-tension power line. And a police officer is caught in a hail of gunfire, but it's gonna take more than a bullet to stop this tough cop.
Call an ambulance, somebody!
Then, later, a team of skydivers is trapped in a raging inferno when their plane explodes on takeoff. These are images so startling, so awesome, so unbelievable, you may think that you're watching a movie, but you're not. Everything you are about to see is real. Real people, real danger, real excitement. Get ready to experience the thrill of a lifetime. You are about to witness the world's most amazing videos.
There's nothing more American than a family picnic. The sun, the barbecue, Grandpa blowing bubbles for the kids. What could possibly go wrong?
You're getting the hang of it. Look at that. There we go.
Baltimore, Maryland. It's a beautiful afternoon by the Chesapeake Bay. The McDonald family thinks all they have to worry about is a little rain falling from the sky. Not a multi-million-dollar stealth fighter jet crashing into a fireball that engulfs their neighbor's home.
Get back, Grandpa. Get back. Just get back, get back, get back.
It all starts at the Chesapeake Air Show with a stealth fighter flyby. 12,000 people are packed into Martin Air Base, while thousands more watch from backyard picnics and parties across the bay. Then, the unimaginable happens.
Get your cameras out and take your shot.
The military's most fearsome fighter jet breaks apart in midair. Nearby, Gloria and Diane Stump's family picnic is almost their last.
And I said, gee, Diane, look at that plane. It's coming down awful fast and it's awful close to the ground.
You're looking up and you're seeing a black, flat piece of machinery falling from the sky.
She jumped up and she said, I think it's going to crash.
The pilot, Major Brian Knight, faces a life and death decision. Should he bail out and save himself? Or should he stay aboard the jet and aim it toward the bay, away from the thousands of defenseless spectators below?
Stay where you are, folks. This is okay. Stay where you are.
Incredibly, the pilot maintains control of the jet, avoids the crowd, and still manages to eject in time.
Eject. Now eject.
But the aircraft falls short of the bay and crashes into the neighborhood.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Get back, Grandpa. Jeez, it's going to explode. What?
All of a sudden, it blew up and exploded. Pieces of the cars and plane were just like blowing up and flying all over.
People were screaming and people were running down the yard. It was just like total chaos.
It was horrible. It really was horrible.
Eyewitnesses can't believe that the pilot makes it out alive, ejecting at the last possible moment.
We've got a good shoot.
I could see that this guy stayed with this plane until it almost hit the ground.
I started to run over toward the house, and at that moment, the pilot fell right in front of me.
Gloria and Diane come to the aid of the heroic pilot. Later, at a press conference, he reflects on that fateful moment.
After I landed and Diane Stump came up to me and said, well, I don't think anybody was in the house, I was incredibly relieved.
He kept saying, you know, is everybody okay? I tried to make it to the water. He was very intensely concerned about the people on the ground.
I knew where I was. I knew that I was over a neighborhood, and that really, that scared me, to be honest with you.
I thank the Lord that nobody was in that house because they would have been dead today.
If it hadn't been for the quick thinking of Major Knight, thousands of lives could have been lost.
That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that, and I don't want to see it again.
The Italian Alps. For hikers, these mountains are paradise on earth. A home video camera captures the beauty of a 1,000-year-old glacier rising out of Lake Miyagi. A group of tourists moves closer to the massive frozen cliff when suddenly the ice begins to break apart. As the glacier starts to collapse, the tourists are too stunned to move. They seem paralyzed until a colossal wave sweeps them off their feet. The icy water pounds the panicked sightseers with tremendous force, slamming their bodies into the jagged rocks below. Bruised and battered, they struggle to survive. These sightseers have experienced a dramatic display of nature's awesome power. It is a sight they'll never forget. Escape artists risk their lives every time they perform a stunt. Even the great Houdini couldn't cheat death forever. But now, a daring new breed of escape artist is attempting stunts so dangerous that few could survive them.
I just want to prove that I'm the #1 escape artist in the world, bar none.
On the 66th anniversary of Houdini's death, escape artist Bill Shirk prepares to be buried alive under 7 tons of wet mud and concrete, while handcuffed and chained in a plexiglass coffin.
I had an eerie feeling within my heart that this was one maybe I wasn't going to be bringing Bill out alive in.
But as the concrete is being poured over the coffin, something goes wrong.
I just didn't like anything about this stunt from the time we started.
The plastic coffin collapses, pinning Bill under tons of mud and concrete. 2 years earlier, on the anniversary of Houdini's death, escape artist Joe Burris attempted the same stunt, but it ended tragically when his coffin also collapsed, suffocating him in front of a large crowd of onlookers. Now, Bill Shirk is trapped, gasping for air, as each precious moment draws his life closer to an end. The weight of the wet earth and concrete is too much for the plexiglass coffin to bear.
And then all of a sudden it started creaking and creaking and cracking and cracking, and boom.
The coffin shatters, and Bill is stuck beneath it. He tries to escape.
I really felt that things were going wrong with our radio communications between Bill and I. It actually broke.
Suffocating under the crushing weight, there is no way out.
I could not break through.
As precious seconds tick away, a backhoe is brought in to dig Bill out of his cement grave.
Personally, I thought I was going to have to be digging up a corpse.
Fearing the worst, Bill's stunt coordinator jumps into the pit, digging frantically, searching for any sign of life. Bill's hand emerges, but seems lifeless. It is feared that he is dying. Crew members pull Bill from his concrete tomb and struggle to revive him.
Well, I was actually underground with a collapse for over 22 minutes, where basically everybody in the world thought I was dead.
Miraculously, Bill survives his agonizing ordeal.
Just the sheer weight of 6 tons of dirt and concrete coming crashing down on the inside of that coffin that he had. It's just amazing that he's even lived through that.
And if Houdini was up on top, looking down, he would have said that's the greatest escape stunt ever done in the history of escape. Spared my life on this one, and it'll be a while before I'll do one of these, I'll tell you that.
Because next time, Bill Shirk may not be so lucky.
Coming up, a plane explodes on takeoff, trapping 30 skydivers inside. Plus, bullets fly when a brave cop stages a daring daylight raid.
I knew I'd been shot, but I knew I also had to take care of the situation.
And 2 angry clerks fight back against crime and win. Then, a group of terrified campers are trapped by a wall of fire. Could this be their final moments caught on tape?
Say your prayers, buddy.
Find out when the world's most amazing videos returns.
Butte, Montana. A suicidal man has packed his car with explosives. Distraught over a failed marriage, he is threatening to blow up downtown and everyone in it. When Officer Bob Lee and Sheriff Bob Utorovich arrive on the scene, they make a startling discovery. They know this man. He's local resident Terry Roslin.
I have known Terry from the time he was 15 years old. We were trying to get him to give up the idea of taking his life.
The two men are faced with an agonizing decision. If they call in the bomb squad, Terry might panic. So they choose to ignore their own safety and handle the situation themselves.
I think we all felt 100% sure that nothing was going to happen.
But the officers are shocked by what they see inside the car.
His thumb was twitching on what we call a toggle switch, which he had wired to anywhere from 20 to 25 gallons of gasoline in the back seat.
Without protective equipment, the officers are at great risk. But just when they're hoping that a friendly conversation can end this nightmare,
Man down over here, on your left.
somehow Sheriff Utorovich manages to struggle to his feet.
I was totally engulfed in flames. When I felt the impact in the chest, it was just a horrendous impact. I thought I was gone.
But even more incredibly, the driver, Terry Roslin, has not only survived the blast, he is now stumbling down the street on fire.
There he is, get him, Matt!
I was literally horrified and turned away from the scene.
As we watch again, we see that Roslin has survived the fiery explosion.
There he is, get him, Matt!
Police officers apprehend the deranged bomber. And then, the scene is jolted by another powerful blast.
Get that police car out of there. We better get out of here.
The force of the explosion actually lifted me off the ground and pushed me south of where Terry's vehicle was. And I felt this excruciating pain in my arm. I thought, this is it.
Incredibly, all three men survived the terrifying explosions. Bob Lee accepts his survival as a matter of fate.
I think I've been a firm believer that when it's your time, it's your time. And it wasn't my time.
Sao Paulo, Brazil. This concert hall has recently been renovated to the tune of $85 million. Tonight's performance celebrates the grand reopening. But as the crowd rises to sing their national anthem, the 200-member choir goes crashing down. The brand new bleachers collapse, to the amazement of the audience and orchestra. 43 people suffer minor injuries, but thankfully, everyone survives. Whenever a police officer straps on his weapon, he never knows what to expect. Sometimes he can find himself staring down the barrel of a loaded gun.
Call an ambulance, somebody! Come on.
Jackson, Mississippi. Police surround the home of a suspect wanted on a drug charge. Special Agent Dan Norton leads the early morning raid, which he expects to be routine. Suddenly, the arrest takes a violent turn. Shots ring out from the back of the house, where a female officer is guarding the door. As Dan rounds the corner, his partner, Jim Marlette, returns fire. hitting the suspect.
You hurt? That son of a bitch shot at her. I think I got him. Watch him, Daddy.
The female officer is dodging bullets behind a woodpile. Then, the wounded suspect shoots Dan at point-blank range.
Wait! Damn! You hurt? You hurt, man? Call an ambulance, somebody. Okay.
Hey, Vince!
You can get an ambulance?
Vince, get the radio, call an ambulance!
But this cop isn't frightened. He's furious.
I was angry that he actually had the audacity to shoot the police.
Police?
You know, first thing I did was grab my chest because of the pain. I knew I had a vest on, so I didn't know if the bullet had penetrated the vest or not because I did have blood on my shirt.
Marty! Marty!
Although in pain, not even a bullet can stop this tough cop.
I knew I'd been shot, but I knew I also had to take care of the situation.
Hey, Vince! Do you hear me? Hey, we the police, now come on!
The suspect does not respond, but the officers need to see what's going on inside.
It's a policeman! Slide the gun on the floor!
You know, it's not the smartest thing in the world to stick your head around the corner when someone has a weapon on the other side.
Hey, you guys got a mirror? No, I sure don't.
Dan has a plan. He grabs a piece of wood and breaks a mirror off the suspect's car. He runs back to the house, mirror in hand.
You just well to give it up, man!
He angles it inside, but he still can't see the suspect. Dan must quickly come up with another idea.
When something goes bad like this, you have to take care of business or more people are going to get hurt.
Dan races to his car and pulls out canisters of tear gas and a shotgun. He heads back to the front porch, ready to flush the suspect out of his house.
It's a policeman! Slide the gun on the floor!
Suddenly, another voice cries out. Police don't realize that the suspect's wife is in the house.
Tell him to lay down on the ground! Lay down on the ground and crawl! Don't let the gun out here where he can see it!
Slide the gun hard!
Tell him to crawl! Put him on the... Oh, he's hurt! Put him on the floor!
He is on the floor!
Hands on the back of his head!
Although Dan has already been shot, he moves in. There's no immediate sign of the suspect, but there's plenty of evidence of the furious gun battle. Then they find the wanted man, unconscious and clinging to life. His wife is by his side.
He did have another weapon beside him. It was a rifle. He'd been lying there trying to load a rifle, and I guess had passed out from loss of blood.
Paramedics quickly rush the man to a nearby hospital, where he survives his wounds. Luckily, the bullet fired at Dan's chest narrowly caught the edge of his protective vest.
If I had not put on my vest that morning with the close range that we were at, it probably would have killed me.
Call an ambulance, somebody!
Agent Dan Norton knows he's lucky to be alive.
I think most definitely someone was looking out for me.
Watching, Daddy?
Next up, it's terror in the sky as a hot air balloon collides with a high-tension power line. Plus, a bank robber holds a teller hostage until a fearless cop springs into action.
We're gonna have to go out and get her!
And these unlikely heroes tread on thin ice to pull off a daring rescue when the world's most amazing videos returns.
Hot air balloons float above the landscape, splashing the sky with vibrant color. They defy gravity to become one with the clouds. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Balloonists from all over the world soar above the beautiful high desert.
Oh, it's like a rainbow. They're just all the different colors and shapes of all these balloons.
At the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, the pilots begin their descent into the landing zone. Watching from his hotel room, tourist Arthur Minizoli is awestruck.
I grabbed my camera and ran outside and started photographing all the balloons.
But suddenly, a shift in the wind sends the balloons off course. Some pilots are forced to land in dangerous locations, while others are blown into nearby buildings. One is headed for disaster.
So I ran around the balcony and was photographing it as it apparently was going to descend into a Little League baseball field.
The wind propels the balloon into the path of high-voltage power lines.
I could see through the viewfinder that there was obstructions in the little field there.
The pilot struggles to control the runaway balloon, but it hits the electrical wires, causing sparks to fly.
When they first went into those power lines, there was an enormous flash.
The basket hangs perilously. The power lines, coursing with deadly volts of electricity, continue to arc and crackle. The balloon's highly flammable propane tanks could explode at any second.
It's one of those things where your heart misses a beat. You know something's going to happen.
Rescue trucks are racing to the scene, but nothing can stop the inevitable.
You should go call an ambulance. Call a rescue or something. Oh.
The fuel tanks explode, severing the basket from the balloon and sending the frightened passengers plummeting to the ground.
It was terrifying, and there's nothing you can do.
Arthur is convinced that he's just watched two men fall to their deaths.
Oh, I'm telling you, when you see that separation in the basket fall, you think, there they go. And if they were alive, they're not going to be.
But as the dust settles, he sees a sign of life.
When the basket hit the ground, one of the fellows must have kind of rolled out.
The pilot and his passenger, Stuart Spicer, have survived. Although suffering from a concussion and broken bones, Stuart crawls through the dirt.
It knocked every ounce of wind out of me. I was crawling around on the ground, I remember, just gasping for air.
The rescue units finally arrive, and Stuart feels lucky to be alive.
I do think myself very, very fortunate to have walked away from this accident.
Sometimes I still well up in tears thinking about it, because it's very, very dramatic and terrifying to see something like that.
Sao Paulo, Brazil. A crazed bank robber holds a frightened teller hostage, threatening to slit her throat.
The feeling of the knife on my neck was horrible.
For hours, police tried to negotiate with no success.
He was very nervous and flustered, capable of anything.
Rosalina Mendonca knows that the razor-sharp blade is only inches away from her jugular.
I felt that at any moment he could stab me.
Finally, Lieutenant Paulo Enrique sees an opportunity and strikes with a vengeance.
It really startled him. He didn't expect that anyone could have reached him.
Rosalina escapes as officers apprehend the robber.
I just ran. My only thought was, I'm free and I'm fine.
As for Lieutenant Enrique, he's a modest cop who feels he was just doing his job.
I feel very gratified, very happy as a policeman to have had the opportunity to help a person in need.
Beartooth, Montana. Brothers Bob and Ron Michelson ride their favorite horses, Bull and Waco, up the mountain for their annual camping trip with their buddies.
We just happened to be up there for a week and a half to 2 weeks vacation.
And we were sitting around the bus playing cards and cooking some hamburgers on the grill.
Their solitude is broken when a man shows up at camp shouting that a raging forest fire is coming their way, but it's already too late for them to escape. 7 miles of sky-high flames are blocking the only road out.
Holy shoot. And that's the only way out right there. Our hearts are just pounding.
Spring's going up.
This is what we got coming towards us. Not a thing we can do.
A careless fire at a nearby camp has turned the forest into hell on earth. With nowhere to run and nothing to do but pray, Ron records what he fears might be the last few moments of his life.
It's getting big. I have never seen such a thing in my entire life. It's unbelievable. No place for us to go.
I'd never seen anything like that before. Nothing but a wall of orange flame. From the top of one mountain down to the bottom, there was just one wall of flame. It's an awesome sight to stand there knowing that you can't go out, so you just sort of hope that Mother Nature's gonna spare you.
Right now we're trying to get all these vehicles and everything in a circle. We're gonna put all the horses in the center.
This is grass, right?
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, just jump back into the horse trailer.
We figured we'd get into the horse trailer when the flames actually hit us.
But it nearly turned out to be a fatal mistake.
There were 4 or 5 of us in a trailer, yet you had no idea who they were. All you knew, there were bodies in there, and they were screaming to get out because it was on fire.
Burned out of their only shelter, the men are running out of oxygen. With the fire just inches away, they realize that even if they can't save themselves, they must try to save their horses. So they turn them loose.
Let's go. You ready to go? Get your coat and let's get in the creek.
Well, if we're going, I'm letting those horses go before I go anywhere. They'll be the first things out of here.
We decided to let the horses go, not knowing if we'd ever see the horses again, and not knowing if we'd ever see ourselves again.
We ain't got no chance.
Yeah. No, I'm afraid you're gonna have to let those horses go and just everybody for himself.
We gotta get the water and get in the creek right now.
But just when things look like they can't get any worse,
Hey, those are live rounds going off, guys.
the fire ignites a box of ammunition stored in a camper.
Oh boy, bullets, they're all bullets. Sound like a submachine gun down there. There's bullets going off, propane bottles. You don't know where to stand.
Every time you heard a bang, you were ducking.
It finally dawned on me that we weren't going to survive this fire.
The smoke is so intense I can't keep my eyes open. And here it is, coming right here.
Despite the danger, Ron can't stop videotaping the flames, which are about to consume him and his brother.
Put it away. Go put it away. Say your prayers, buddy.
As I was filming this, right before the fire got to us, my brother yelled at me to just get rid of the camera. And that's when the fire came down on us.
Ron and Bob know that their last hope is to take refuge in the creek.
Grab a bunch of blankets if we have to. We'll wet them down and lay in the creek.
Blanket, horse blanket, whatever you can get your hands on. Okay, here it comes. Okay, gotta sign off now. We gotta go.
Luckily, the defenseless men are spared when the fire finally burns itself out.
Terry, we got her live, buddy. We got her live.
Made her through the fire. A bunch of scared puppies. But everybody that hung together were all still here.
The smoke disappeared, and then you could actually see what had happened, and the vehicles were still burning, and ammunition was still going off, and it looked like a graveyard.
But did that graveyard include their horses, Bull and Waco? The brothers fear the worst.
Heard a noise out the driver's window of the truck and looked over, and here come both our horses right back down the trail. And
like I said, if there was a bright spot in the whole thing, that would have been it.
By that time, we were feeling real lucky and real happy. The first time I saw the video after the fire, sitting down on the couch watching it with the family and stuff, I really realized how lucky we were to come out of there unscathed.
It's getting unreal.
We gotta get the water and get in the creek right now.
I thought we were dead. So did my brother. I'm surprised we did make it out. I really am.
Say your prayers, buddy.
Up next, it's panic at the amusement park when a young girl takes a terrifying plunge from the top of a Ferris wheel. Plus, 2 pilots are trapped on the nose of a burning plane. How will they survive?
I thought any minute it was going to explode.
Find out when the world's most amazing videos continues.
Each time they jump, skydivers gamble with their lives.
It's an incredible release. It's an escape, even if it's only for a minute at a time.
And each time they land, they've beaten the odds. But these skydivers are about to tempt fate without ever leaving the ground. Lake Elsinore, California. 30 veteran skydivers are preparing for a spectacular jump.
Hi, Mom. How's it going, eh?
It's just before sunset, and the team is anxious to get up into the air. They hope to make history by breaking the record for the world's largest nighttime jump.
We'd come very close one or two times before, but just not quite made it. And this time we were all excited. It was going to happen this time. We were real sure.
The excited skydivers are unaware of the terrifying disaster that awaits them. Weighed down with gear, they squeeze through the narrow entrance of the DC-3. Veteran pilot Skip Evans fires up the engines.
I always chose to fly the night jumps. I kind of like doing the extra stuff.
With the jumpers in place and the plane loaded with fuel, Skip taxis to the end of the runway.
We taxied out, nothing unusual. Everybody's excited. Everybody's thinking about what they're doing.
All systems are go. The engines rev up to full power. Skip releases the brake. Then, seconds later, there is a horrifying sound.
All of a sudden, I remember a loud pop. It sounded just like a huge backfire.
Watch again through the doorway as a violent explosion rocks the plane. It's not a backfire. It's the left propeller snapping off and shredding the engine.
There was fire, there was flames, there was smoke.
32 people are now trapped aboard a blazing fuselage of fuel. And there's only one way out.
My personal feeling was we're not getting off this aircraft. It's either going to blow up before we can get out of here, or we're going to burn up, or we're all going to be asphyxiated with the smoke.
Terror grips the passengers and crew when they realize they have only seconds to escape.
There was a lot of screaming and panicking going on in the back of the airplane. I couldn't see what was going on because of the smoke. It was so great in the inside.
Skydiver Chet Bennett springs into action.
I just reacted. I did what was just a natural thing to do.
Forcing his way past the frantic skydivers, Chet finds the rear hatch and starts pulling them to safety.
There's nobody that could have handled it any better.
Remarkably, all 30 jumpers escape the inferno. But in the cockpit, the crew is still trapped.
I didn't think that we was going to get out of the cockpit.
Overcome by smoke, Skip and his co-pilot Mike desperately claw their way through the top hatch.
I thought any minute it was going to explode.
Mike fears his only chance is to leap from the plane to the flames below.
He looked at me with a puzzled look, like he was going to jump off the nose. Like, what else do we have? I said, follow me.
Skip leads Mike through a blinding cloud of smoke and fire, down to the tail of the plane.
Then I got away from the airplane, because I thought it was going to blow any time.
Moments after they leap from the wreckage, the fuel tanks ignite. Now the DC-3 is engulfed in flames. Thankfully, everyone gets out alive. But had the plane actually become airborne, this story might have had a different ending.
If that prop would have come apart just a few seconds later, nobody would have lived through it. I'm sure of that.
Their dream of a record-setting skydive may have gone up in flames. But thanks to the heroic efforts of Chet Bennett, they lived to jump again. Two frightened girls have fallen into the icy river and the swift current is sweeping them downstream. The water is so cold they have only minutes to live. Alberta, Canada. Three friends are walking along the banks of the frozen Saskatchewan River when they see Fiona Clark and Aaron Daniels gasping for breath.
We're gonna have to go out and get her.
With no time to spare, Mike Rennick and his friends make a desperate dash to the water's edge.
Just hang on, honey.
I knew that they were in a lot of danger, and I knew that the longer that they stayed in the water, the worse off they were gonna be.
Hang on, we're coming.
The swift current has swept Fiona 40 yards downstream. She screams for help, but Aaron is closer and Mike decides to go for her first. Ignoring his own safety and with the ice cracking around him, Mike grabs for Aaron's arm.
Hang on to the ice.
At that point, I was starting to get very, very tired. And I tried to then grab back onto the ice that was there, and my fingers just slipped right through it. And I honestly remember thinking that I wasn't going to make it out.
Summoning all his strength, Mike pulls Erin out of the frigid water and pushes her away from the thin ice.
Now, crawl. Come on.
You can't even move.
Come on, you have to. Okay. We don't have time. We have to get you on the ground. Come on. Real quick.
Erin is safe.
That man right there.
But there's no time to celebrate. Now they must race downstream where Fiona is waging a frantic battle to stay alive.
You hang on, honey.
My biggest fear when I was holding on to that ice and it was breaking and the current was pulling me under was that I'd be stuck under the ice and that would be it.
The raging current is taking its toll. Fiona is going under. Mike crawls out cautiously.
You might be too much weight there. Back up the rest of you two.
You could hear the ice cracking around him, like a loud crack. At that point, I was really scared because I knew, oh my gosh, the ice is too thin and you're not going to be able to save me.
The men stretch out to form a human lifeline.
Pull. Yes, you can. Come on now, come on. Don't give me that. Come on. Get your foot. Come on, give me that foot.
Mike grabs onto Fiona's foot, but quickly loses his grip. Now Fiona has to help save herself. Mike is determined not to let her give up.
Hey, start kicking. Kick. Come on, kick for fuck's sake. Get up.
Although she can't feel her legs, Fiona manages to kick free.
Like, I never gave up at all just because I wanted to see my mom and dad and I wanted to see my dog. And, I was determined not to die under that ice.
That's it, calm down. You're okay. You're okay. Good job, Mike. You did a damn good job.
Mike Rennick doesn't consider himself a hero because when he was saving these kids, he was thinking of his own.
If something like that ever happens to my kids and I'm not around, I surely hope that there is somebody that's willing to do what we did.
Still to come, it's mayhem on the midway as a young girl dangles from the top of a Ferris wheel. Plus, a robber makes these women mad as hell and they're not gonna take it anymore. And this javelin thrower means business and the official gets the point when the world's most amazing videos continues.
Amusement parks. On these wild rides, the screams are real, but an old-fashioned Ferris wheel couldn't scare anyone, or could it? Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Scarlett Blake and her little sister Adrian are aboard the Ferris wheel known as Big Eli. The girls are having the time of their lives, but then...
I heard something pop.
Scarlett has fallen off their seat. As she plummets toward the ground, her legs catch in the support wires. Her mother, Penny, stares up in horror.
I almost had heart failure because I knew my kids were on there. There was one person hanging upside down trying to catch on, and I recognized my daughter's clothes.
Penny is in shock, watching her daughter dangle 47 feet in the air. Her life is now hanging by a thread.
And I was scared if I called out to her that she would look for me and maybe lose her grip.
With no regard for their own safety, park employees climb up the Ferris wheel, knowing that any second Scarlett could fall to an almost certain death. She cries out that her legs are starting to go numb.
So I just said, please don't let her fall, and just stood there and watched, helpless.
But just as she is about to lose her grip, the workers reach out and keep her from falling. They hold on long enough for more help to arrive. With no time to spare, firefighters pull the terrified girl to safety. She is quickly rushed into a waiting ambulance, suffering from cuts, bruises, and a badly broken arm. But thanks to her rescuers, she is alive. Even today, Scarlett still can't believe what she lived through.
You know how you have a dream and you like falling, and that's what it felt like, and you were just gonna snap wide awake and it was gonna be over with, but it didn't.
When you watch again, you realize just how lucky Scarlett is. If she had fallen just a few inches in either direction, the results would have been disastrous.
I think it's a miracle. I'm here.
Liquor store clerks. Tragically, they're often the innocent victims of gun-toting robbers. Tulsa, Oklahoma.
You at Glacier, class?
Gene Casey and Debbie Ellison are working the late shift at the Springdale liquor store.
We were talking about what if something would happen, you know, like somebody would come in to rob the store. And we both agreed, man, we'd give the money.
But just 30 minutes after the conversation, their resolve would be put to the test. Danny Carter, an ex-con with a history of armed robbery, enters the store.
He just looked like a normal, everyday person, not threatening or anything of that nature.
With the calculated ease of a veteran criminal, Carter shoves his hand into his pocket and demands that Debbie give him the cash.
And she says, "What have you got there?" And he says, "I've got a gun." She knew then he was serious.
But when Carter turns away to keep an eye on Jean, he accidentally reveals that he's not holding a gun at all. It's only a hair comb. Seeing that he doesn't have a weapon, Jean and Debbie decide to take matters into their own hands.
I think we just kind of knew what each other were thinking, that we weren't going to go for this, just let him walk out with money.
She saw it, and with her eyes, she's like going like this and like, "Go for it, Jeannie." And I knew then I had to do it. And I knew I had to make this count.
Jean sneaks up from behind and delivers a bottle slam to the robber's head. Stunned, Carter spins back around, only to be met with another blow to the skull. The bottle breaks across his forehead, leaving him dazed and wobbly. Disoriented, he pulls out his phony weapon, but he's no match for two angry women swinging 80-proof justice. Beaten, bloodied, and humiliated, Carter retreats with Jean and Debbie in hot pursuit. He flees in a waiting car. But thanks to this security video, the hard-headed felon is now behind bars. Oslo, Norway. Cameras are rolling when a track and field event becomes the scene of a bizarre accident. Finnish javelin thrower Juha Laukkanen needs just one more mighty toss to win the competition. He's in perfect form and gives it all he's got. Official Håkon Lund stands ready to judge the throw, but the blinding afternoon sun makes it impossible for him to see that the javelin is flying much further than expected. The judge quickly removes the spear, but the pain is too much to bear. Remarkably, he suffers only a minor flesh wound. Had he been standing just 3 inches to his left, the javelin would have plunged right into his chest, resulting in instant death.
If you have one of the world's most amazing videos, then we want to hear from you. Just send it to World's Most Amazing Videos, Post Office Box 933026, Los Angeles, California 90093. If we use it, there's a cash reward waiting for you. So send your amazing videos today. The World's Most Amazing Videos will return next on The World's Most Amazing Videos. A bungee cord suddenly snaps in midair. Will this man survive? And a runaway race car gives a frightened cameraman the close-up of a lifetime. Plus, a skier takes a life-and-death plunge down a treacherous mountain. And a violent earthquake crumbles a centuries-old cathedral, trapping helpless tourists inside. Next time on The World's Most Amazing Videos.